Welcome to Conversations with My Real Friends. I'm Jennifer. I'm here with my friend Jason. Jason Sands is a financial advisor with Sands K and Associates here in Westlake Village. And today we're going to be talking about withdrawing from our retirement. So I'm not old enough yet to do that, but it's coming, right? And I've heard all kinds of fear mongering and scary stories, and so can you give me some myths about withdrawals and things people are afraid of that they might not need to be, or ways to plan for going to be withdrawing from your retirement?
Well, a common myth is you have to take 4% out of your retirement account every year.
Okay.
And that is a really good guide,
Right.
but it's not always the best thing to do.
Okay.
So for example, if you were a person taking out 4% every year and you
Right.
did it in 2008 and 2009
Right.
when the markets were
Down.
down considerably,
Right.
and you took those funds out, that would seriously erode your future value of
Right.
those funds
Right.
at a later date.
Yep.
And so I think the 4% guide is a great, or the 4% myth is a great guide.
Right. But you need to look at the actual circumstances of what's going on.
Correct.
So now, if you don't, is there a minimum you have to take out of your retirement?
Good question. So after age 72, it's actually gone up a little bit.
Right. We're getting older.
We're getting older, right? and they keep moving the ball a little
Right,
bit, but they have
right.
what's called a required minimum distribution.
Okay.
And that required minimum distribution takes into account what the value was the previous year.
Okay.
And you withdraw a small percentage of that account
Right.
each year.
But you don't have to do a full 4%.
No.
Right.
It just depends on your situation.
Right. You may need to do 4%.
Correct.
But if you've invested broadly in something where, maybe an annuity or in life insurance, other investments, those are the years you want to take from those investments versus maybe your stocks, things like that, right?
And I'm not sure I understand your question.
Well, so if the stock market's down, right, but you have a broad investment portfolio, right, you would take money from something that's not as impacted by the stock market in the years when the stock market's down.
Absolutely. So
Right.
that's when you work with an advisor
Yep.
to then take a look at your diversified assets.
Right.
And
Which you
figure
hopefully
out,
have.
Yes. Which isn't always true, but
Right.
hopefully your portfolio and your
Yes.
investments are well diversified.
Right.
And you work with that advisor to find the best asset to withdraw from at that time.
Right, right. Because that's the idea, is having a broad base so that you can, and becoming more conservative as you get older generally, right? Not in the high risk investments where you need that stability, right? Well, so if someone wants to learn more, talk to you, how can they reach you?
You can search the internet for Sands K and Associates, SANDS, and that's KKAY in Westlake Village. Or you can email me directly at jason.sands@ampf.com.
Great. So thank you for joining me, Jason.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for joining us for this episode of Conversations with My Real Friends. We'll see you soon.